everyone. Are you ready to turn your scrap pieces of wood and your scrap pieces of paper into a cute home decor item? I know I am. You guys, welcome to Let's Create. I'm Jennifer Merle Hampshire, and today we're going to be using those pumpkins that we made. And I have that scrap piece of wood that I showed you. I have a stick, a piece of early espresso, white embossing powder, Versamark ink. Oh, and I gotta grab my heat emboss, and then we have some staining to do first. But you guys, I forgot when we were talking about making the perfect pumpkins. Let me move some stuff out of the way here. I forgot to mention that you could totally use the cottage gingham for making pumpkins too. And I think that I actually would like to make this size, which is that smaller size that we used, the cut down version. So I think we're going to make one of those super quick, just as a refresher on how we did it. And then, so I'm going to punch these out. Apparently I've got some cardstock in there. Let's see if we can get it out. There we go. And we're going to cut 3 of these. 1, 2, and then a third one. And then we're going to cut these down just a smidgen, like we did last on Saturday. Now, if you missed Saturday's video with all the supplies that I used to make those, no worries, because I will link it in the description after the video. So I'm taking a scrap piece of cardstock that I had and a little glue dot, and I'm using that as this is going to be my handle, so that I can put this in here and shorten up my original oval. Just as a reminder, that's what we did last time. And then we're sacrificing some glue dots on this one, and they're willing to make the sacrifice, I'm sure. There's that. And we're going to reuse that glue dot and trim down all 3 of these pieces. And I'm going to use this as my sizing guide. There we go. And then we got one more. And I'm not worried. That one was a little bit smaller. We can use that as a front. So which is good. Get one more pumpkin out of this glue dot. And then we're going to check the size of that. Down just a hair. There we go. All right. Now we've got the gingham pumpkin parts all here. And when I did the video on Saturday, you guys, I didn't like that pokey part right there. So we're going to just use our scissors and we're going to round it up just a little bit, so that it's more evenly shaped. Whoops. And then after that, there we go. So with that, we're going to create a pumpkin this size. But here's what we're going to do first before we start creating that. I'm going to put all of this to the side. because I need to stain this piece of scrap wood. And to stain it, I need a sponge or a foam brush are what you need for this. And then I'm going to use my soft suede ink refill and an old container that has water in there. And I think there's five drops in there. And then I had my glove over here so I could mix it up. All right. Oh, great. Time for new gloves. I reuse my gloves, you guys. All right, so we've got all of this. And all we're going to do is just work this brown into this piece of wood. And you guys, this seriously was a scrap that I found in the basement of my house. Don't tell Joe, because I don't know that he knows that I walked away with it. I know he won't care, and I wanted to make sure that I made enough of this water solution so that I could do the whole piece of wood. Trying not to make too much of a mess on my table. And trying not to get too much of a mess on my hands. But you know how that goes. And we're doing all the sides. With the stain. This could be something that you put on a shelf. This could be something that, like I think I'm going to put mine on my tiered tray. If you have a tiered tray, and you could stain this any color you want, dark or as light. You could stain it with pumpkin pie ink so that it would be kind of orangey. And oh, look at this, I have a paper towel right here. We'll get rid of the water spots here on the table, and we're going to put this over here on its side, standing up so that it dries faster. And then we're going to work on this gingham pumpkin. Throw that in the garbage. Gingham pumpkin and a dauber for that. And we're going to do the same thing. Dirty up the two sides for the background one. And actually, I like this side better. It's more rounded. There we go. And then both sides of the middle. I didn't bring the soft suede ink over here, you guys, so I stuck my dauber in a little of that residual ink over there, and it worked out just fine. Just don't over dauber. All right. So now we're going to glue those two together, and then we're going to put that on there. Same that we did before. Just a little bit of glue. We'll put those two together, trying to make sure that they were pretty even. There we go. And then this will get dimensionals. I love this cottage, I think it's cottage gingham. I love this gingham paper because it has fall colors, Halloween colors, Christmas colors. There are so many options with this cottage gingham paper. You guys would be at no shortage whatsoever of having designer series paper for any of your fall themed projects. And I think Caramon stole my scissors. I don't know where they are. They're probably buried over here somewhere. And then we're gonna do our little glue dot for our stem. And we're gonna add that. Should have done that before I adhered it. There we go. But there's our little stem. So there's our little gingham pumpkin. And then the next thing we have to do, we have to stamp and heat emboss our hello sentiment. I grabbed the biggest wish, and we're going to use this big, thick hello. I love this because you don't need to have the word pumpkin, because the hello is so perfectly big, and with all these little pumpkins that we have, I think that everybody's going to know what we're talking about. We're going to ink up, and I'm actually going to grab my piercing mat. I'm going to ink up that hello, and I'm going to stamp that. Oh, and I forgot the... Apparently I was not as prepared as I thought I was, you guys. I forgot all kinds of things today. We need our reservoir for our embossing powder. And then we're going to use that little brush, and we're going to get all of this little excess stuff. Like that. Move this because you know I'm going to make a mess. And then the heat tool, so that we can heat that embossing powder up. And we're going to heat this baby up. That never does get old, does it? I love watching that go from powder to all that pretty shiny. Hi, Anita. All right, so with that, let's see. Our piece isn't dry yet, so we're going to have to keep plugging along here with this. We're going to use, I want to give this, I think I want to flag this. So we're going to, oh, I found my scissors. Sorry, Carmen. I think I want to flag this, and then what we're going to do, this is going to go on the wood with dimensional, so it's going to stand up. And why does that not look straight? Oh my goodness. Because it's not. There we go. All right. And then we're going to arrange our pumpkins. And I thought, what I was thinking is that we would do tall to short. We'll put our little Gordy pumpkin there. And I think we're going to put that there. And then we're going to put this one here because I only want 5. This one I'll save for another day. And so this is how it's going to sit. But here we have another thing that I need to talk about. I want to make our wood piece right here. I want to make that look like a pumpkin too. I know there's no brown pumpkins, but I'm okay with taking this. I want to drill a hole in the top here. And I have, you guys, my first power tools on YouTube. And I have that, remember we had that stick? So I have a big drill bit here. So we've got to put this in. And I'm going to have to really wiggle this around because this is the biggest drill bit I have, and my stick that I took is a little bit bigger than this. All right. So with that, we're going to hold it with our silicone craft sheet because it's still damp. And I'm going to try to get this in the middle, close anyways to the middle. And then we're going to hot glue our stick. Is that going to fit it all? Ooh, close. Okay. And hope that we can get this stick in here. There we go. All right, so we need to decide how long we want this stick to be. So I have my clippers, and I think I want a longer stick. I want a long stem, so we're going to cut that. And I'm thinking that that other part, oh, perfect. So we're going to stick that in there like that. So this is going to be our pumpkin that we're going to decorate with pumpkins. Make this a huge mess. All right. So we've got our stick, and I have some twine that I want to put on this. But this is where our pumpkins are going to go. Right there and there. And here and here. And then we're going to put our Hello pumpkin up there. Oh my gosh. What do you think so far? I think we're doing good. Let me hear what you think. Stick that over just a little bit. And we'll put that pumpkin right down there. There we go. So that's what we're making. God bless you. we're going to take a little bit of some twines here. Where is my, I don't know. I'm going to take this threaded twine and I'm going to double it up. I'm not going to make it very long, but because what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap my stick with this and just do a knot. Just there we go. So that we have our little happy topper on there. All right, so because our wood is still damp, I'm not going to be able to secure this, all of this yet. I thought for sure that wood would be dry by now. But that's what we're going with. So that's what we're made today. I'm just going to, oh, I'm so glad you like it, Anita. All I'm going to do is put, here's a close-up. Now, I did, before the video started, I did take my scrap piece of wood and I did do some sanding. And I wanted to round over the edges just to soften them up a little bit. But this is our little Hello Pumpkin home decor item out of scrap wood. So, I hope that you loved this video today. And what I'm going to end up doing, I want to do dimensionals on the back of this so that it sits up, and then all of this is just going to get hot glued onto that gun, or onto this piece of wood. So I hope that you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel because I have a lot more fun stuff coming. Home decor, I have another jar piece of home decor that I found, and I'm super excited to reface that. So be on the lookout, and I hope that you have a great day getting crafty. I look forward to seeing you guys next time, which would be Saturday. And you'll get a replay of a coffee and cards video on Thursday. Any questions? Be sure to put them in the comments below. If you have any suggestions, I'm always looking in the comments to make sure of different things that you guys are looking for me to make. Have a great day getting crafty, you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!